Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, participants to the webinar. This is John Paul Curtin speaking. I'm a director of Kiwi Octar, and then today with me here we have Jason Coggan, who is our head of products and services. If we look at the agenda, we have a welcome and introduction, so you know who is participating from our side, but we thank you for participating, taking the time out from your busy days to join us today. Just a notification that the webinar will be recorded, and as well that we have activated a poll afterwards, so if you would be so kind as to fill that one in, give us some feedback or maybe just an email. So the agenda that we will follow is the introduction to Kiwi Octar, the company, and then the Kiwi Scripter demo, which Jason Coggan will perform for us, and then we'll dive into the partnership model, introduction, and the next steps and any questions and answers. So if you have any questions, please type them into the chat box. We'll allow for some time and then contact you directly afterwards should the time not allow. So just an introduction into Kiwi Octar, the company. So the company is called Kiwi Octar Limited. It is mutually owned by QSGen and Modernizing Management, and currently we have the offices in Hong Kong, Switzerland, and South Africa. We are a third-party developer to ClickView, ClickTech. We are the best-in-class ClickView schema management tool, where you only require a basic understanding of ClickView. You don't need to be able to script to utilize our tool, and supports advanced development features. So for your expert type users, your ClickView developers and consultants. So the products that we have is the ClickView Scripter, which is the licensed version, and then we have the ClickView Scripter, which is the personal edition, which generally goes together with the ClickView Personal Edition for the same type of user to be utilized. So the vision and mission of the company is that we are very much strategic to ClickTech and ClickView business development and growth. We see this through, that if we get to a point where we are shipped with every personal edition and we are shipped with every ClickView server license sold. And of course, the aim is to drive ClickView adaptation and success. We'll cover the maturity a little bit later, so you'll understand a little bit more the vision of the company. The mission statement is that we increase your ClickView BI quality, we decrease complexity and standardize your ClickView business discovery, and then of course we support your ClickView maturity lifecycle from novice to expert. So without further ado, I'll let Jason Coggan come and give us a quick demo. I expect that not everybody participated in the 2012 launch of the product, but JC will do a quick demo, and as well then we'll continue with the partnership. So just a quick introduction, looking at the ClickView way. So ClickView data integration way, where you write the script which creates your data schema for you, versus the ClickView Scripter data integration way, which is where you visually create your data schema, and Scripter will automatically write your ClickView script for you. So that is the core of the product, and then Jason will do the demo for us now.
Hi there everybody, so I will quickly show you what QVScripter is all about. So to start off, when you open up QVScripter, you'll get this welcome page where it shows any of your previous projects that you've been working on. But at the moment we're going to work on the demo project. And what you'll see here is standard mappings that I've brought into a drawing pane. But so this is sort of already a semi-complete model. We're still going to add some extra mappings to this worksheet. But where you would start off any development would be first your connections. And that interface sits here on top. And in here you can create any OLEDB, ODBC connection, and any Excel file connection as well. That is a standard file, Excel file that you use all the time. And obviously providing you have the ODBC or OLEDB driver installed on your machine, that's the sort of connection you can make. And the wizard is exactly the same like any normal one. So once you've made your connections, we can just hit save. And what you'll see on the left hand side here is the table/library pop-out drawer. And from there we have all our available connections. So I'm going to choose the Northwind SQLite. And straight away it will show me all tables and views that are available from my database that I can use. For an example, I could bring in the suppliers table. And what it will automatically do for me is show me all the associated links between tables. And from here now I can start deleting the links that I know should not exist. So in order to do that, I will just right click on my link and say delete. And as I'm doing that, it's writing the script for me in the background the whole time. And for an example, if you have two tables that don't have a link between them, it could be, for example, the name is spelled differently or incorrect or differently between the two tables. The connector button is what helps us join those two tables together. So we can click on the connector button, and in this case we have in the products table we have the supplier ID. I can click and drag it to then the supplier ID in the supplies table, let go, and it will connect. If, for example, the names are completely different, we'll take these two fields as an example. It will ask me, do I want to create a new name to join my two tables together, or do I want to use one of the existing names that there is there? Then what you'll see next to the tables tab here on the tables and libraries pop-out drawer is now all your different mapping options that you have. So we have the ETL mapping support, which I'll show you an example of now. Any other OLEDB, ODBC mappings you want to do, Excel file mappings, ClickView mappings, or ClickView script that you developed in other models, or anything that you want to bring in from another model you can bring in through ClickView script. Inline mappings, resident loads, any QVD files that you have, so you can do QVD loads, delimited file loads, so your CSVs, and then you also have your auto-generate option as well, primarily for calendars, anything else you want to auto-generate. So for the meantime, I'm just going to hide this drawer away. To give you an example of the ETL mappings, we have this calendar table here. And if I go into the edit mappings option here. Here's my ETL script that I've developed for my calendar. So, and the nice thing about the ETL is it's also completely drag and drop. So you have a ClickView tab here on the right, and in here you have all your different ClickView instructions for your ETL stuff. So, and every ETL function that we support, if you hover on top of it, it will give you a brief description and an example how to use that ETL function. And for example, I'll just bring in the remark, which is usually a comment, drag, drop it in, and I can double click to edit, and my remark is script end. That's the simplicity of the ETL function. What we also have is, under the library section, we have another section called Snippets Library. Now, these are already created ETL statements that can be saved. They can be shared as well. I believe we'll have on the website a section where we'll start a host or sharing snippets that people can then download and use in their QB scripter models. But for the example there's a calendar one that I can just drag and drop in, and there's my ETL script for my calendar. Another example of ETL, for example, the employees table here. The employees table is actually made up of 4 different SQL tables themselves. So all that's been added to them is this edit load prefix. And what you'll see here is also all your different load prefixes that you have as well, that you can drag and drop in, and in this case there's just a left join to the employees table. And all this will be written in the script for you as you're adding your different load prefixes in it. An example of what we added around the inline mappings, because of the complexity of actually writing it in ClickView. So I've got an inline mapping example here where we've got a title of courtesy field in the employees table, but we want to provide more information about that. So I'm going to drag in my inline mapping here. And then I'm going to give the table title name. And what you'll see straight away is this paste from Excel option. So I've got an Excel file here open. And all you need to do is just put any headings that you have and then the data that needs to sit within inside those headings. So, and all I need to do here now is just highlight my fields, right click, copy, go back to QB Scripter and say paste from Excel. And it will bring those fields that I've now put in Excel. I can say next, it will give me an example of my ClickView script, say next, and then finished. And there we now have a new inline mapping for my title of courtesy field in my employees table. Once we've brought in all our mappings and tables and we're happy with our layout, now we can go export this script into ClickView. All we need to do is just click on the scripts button,